What is going on, everybody? I just watched a ton of football. Seattle took down the Rams. The Patriots survived Denver. And now we've got a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold. Q, why did Seattle beat the Rams, and what did Sam Darnold prove? A, he played the biggest game of his life like a grown-up quarterback, throwing for big yards and 3 touchdowns while taking smart sacks instead of forcing disaster. In the right ecosystem, Kubiak dialing it up, receivers winning, run game alive. He showed how much quarterback play depends on support and coaching. Q, how did the rest of that matchup swing? A, elite players and calls on both sidelines meant 1 or 2 mistakes would decide it, and the Rams' special teams imploded again with a killer drop and coverage issues. You can fire a coordinator, but if the head coach doesn't emphasize that unit like offense or defense, it keeps burning you, and it cost LA field position, points, and ultimately the path to a home game they never got. Q, any standouts beyond Darnold? A, Stafford reminded everyone he's still a top-tier talent when surrounded by competence, and Seattle's weapons delivered in key moments. Even with Puka going off again, Seattle's tackling, situational ball, and a coordinator in his bag were the difference. Q, how did the Patriots edge the Broncos in that blizzard? A, in a game where the weather would eventually swallow offense, Sean Payton's early 4th and short decision instead of a gimme field goal with a backup quarterback flipped the outcome. Vrabel leaned on defense, the run and field position, and once the storm hit, 10 points felt like 20. Q, so what's the early Super Bowl lean? A, if Darnold plays clean, Seattle's the side. The Patriots' shot is to muddy it up, run it, and force Darnold into the mistakes. He's largely eliminated. Q, thoughts on the Steelers hiring Mike McCarthy? A, not surprising, ownership said no rebuild, and he raises the floor immediately. The real challenge is the one he hasn't had to solve from scratch in Green Bay or Dallas, finding the quarterback with a roster and front office that have more questions than answers, but expectations that never dip. Q, what are the Browns doing with personality tests and essays for coaches? A, that's an academic lens on a job defined by leadership, teaching on your feet, and lived decision-making, and it turns off serious candidates. When your process feels out of touch with the craft, you advertise why you keep losing. Q, should the Bills involve Josh Allen in their coaching search? A, yes, treat him like a true partner with bounded influence so alignment stays intact. I'd love the Phillip Rivers swing, even a wild player-coach fantasy, though the pragmatic bet is Brian DeBall if the chemistry's right. Q, in Miami's new direction. A, they're doing the opposite of Pittsburgh, ready to tear it down and build it right with a Packers-bred GM and a grinder of a coach who value the long view. It's a hard market with distractions and a brutal division, but the process looks sharp. Congrats to Seattle and New England. It's bittersweet that the playoffs are done,